to today's video. I'm so excited to be here for season number 4, episode number 1 of our Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series NASCAR Heat 2 Championship. Of course, as you know, in season 4, we're only focusing on doing the Cup Series because we're now using the 2018 rules, schedule, all that stuff. And with that brings many new things. Mainly, one of the focuses is here on the schedule. You're not going to notice some changes here for a little bit, but we will go to Chicagoland a little bit earlier in the season. That's a big thing. Only one New Hampshire race. That's another very interesting thing. Las Vegas being in the playoffs, Richmond being in the playoffs. Of course, the Charlotte Road Course, which would be very exciting. So the first round of the playoffs is going to be very exciting. So there's a lot of exciting things to do here, and of course, trying to get that first Kansas win and getting win at the Charlotte Road Course are both our goals for this season. Of course, to win that championship. This week, though, in today's video, we're taking on Daytona and Atlanta. This Thursday, we take on Las Vegas and ISM Raceway, which of course was Phoenix. And then on Sunday, we go to Auto Club and Martinsville. So another big change, of course, you guys know, for 2018 is that Camaro body, which you'll see, and some new drivers, of course. They added in some of the NASCAR Next drivers, I guess, because they probably couldn't get all the random drivers that are not going to the field to necessarily be in this, so that's fine. Of course, a lot of new drivers here, new numbers. Paul Menard has a new number. Chase Elliott, Eric Jones, Eric Almirola, Ryan Blaney. New paint schemes. There's a lot of new stuff, and I'm very, very excited to jump into it. So right now, we're going to go to Daytona and get the first race. As you know, every time that we run Super Studios, we don't qualify here, of course, and that's okay. 14 laps of Daytona. How many laps we go on? We go 11. So we will have to pit one time. The engine noise is still so loud. Why is that? It sounds different from the 2017 season, but I'm not really sure why. Anyways, we have some work to do here. Kind of stuck in the back of the field. We're going to just drive our way up through here. We're going to get up to the front at Daytona. Our goal, of course, every season, get one win, get ourselves in the playoffs. Of course, you know we always get more than one win, but getting that first win is very, very nice to do in the first episode. Don't worry about for the rest of the season. You're going to make the playoffs. And that's ultimately the goal of the series, is to make the playoffs and go from there. Very, very excited to be back here, though. This is something that I've been hyping up both for myself and on the channel for a couple of weeks now. We're finally here doing it, recording this. I'm going to drive our way to the front. I haven't really raced many tracks in the 2018 schedule, besides the first couple races of the playoffs when I did my test run. So, and a lot of my tracks have been the Charlotte Road Course, and we did a live stream of the Road Course a couple weeks ago. We raced Sonoma, Watkins Glen, but that's really it. So we haven't raced really that many other tracks. Now I don't really expect that big of a change, but you never know. You never know. So here we are, though, going around Daytona, lap 3 of our brand new season. Very, very excited. And I think this car looks really cool as well. This Camaro, very nice. Very nice. Alright, so let's try to go. Can we get by Jamie McMurray and Daniel Suarez? You're next on the list, right? You're next on the list to get past, right? Right.
Hold the bottom. Easy, easy.
Who wants to get past? McMurray does. Now, all the stats do carry from the previous season. As you know, I record everything on my phone. All those stats do carry over. Still the same series, just another season. It's very similar to NASCAR Heat Evolution, when we went from then the first 4 seasons were the 2016 schedule, and the next couple seasons were 2017. Same thing. No real changes there. And it's the same thing we're going to do here. Nothing really big. Nothing that really got changed, I should say, between that. As you guys do know, we are keeping track of overall wins now across every NASCAR series we've done, so we'll add to the Monster Energy Cup Series for 2017, but for the NASCAR Heat 2 portion of that. We're going to almost be outside here of Boyer. We have just got by Bubba Wallace. He is going to come back, though, on the bottom. Let's see what we got here. Now we get some momentum draft from Wallace. Boyer going to actually throw a little bit of a block there. Very, very interesting move. So I think we cleared Wallace this time. We didn't really clear him last time. He kind of was still there. So now we got to get by Boyer. Trying to clear him. Because we got by Wallace, carried the momentum, but we couldn't make the pass on Boyer and Larson. But now, you see Boyer fall back there. Now Larson, you're next, right? And we got to now drive up and try to catch this next group. Can we catch the next group? The difficulty settings are still the same from the previous season, and I did consider changing them, but I kind of forgot. So we'll see how things work out in the first 2 episodes, and then we'll decide to make a change. Because as you know, we're doing 3 episodes a week now of this, so you have 6 Cup races a week. Very, very exciting. Now this week coming up tomorrow on the channel, Wednesday, very exciting thing. We're celebrating 6 years of this channel and what we've done on the channel, so I hope that you guys will go and heed that special celebration. We have 3 videos for you guys. We're taking a look at a compilation of a bunch of different videos that I've done over all the years. We then have a video where I sort of explain what was going on at all those times and, explain the years basically, talk about my thoughts of them, and just give a recap summary of every year that I've done. And then video where I answer a bunch of different questions that I thought of that people might want to know about me or different things. So hey, do you want to know some more stuff about me, or things, just whatever when I explain a video, I just put it in the form of questions that will let me answer. So we finally caught up to this group. It took us a couple laps since clearing Larson, Boyer, and Wallace around this area. We just got by Keselowski there, and Logano. Now we're coming up on Dillon, Bain, Truex, Harvick. All these guys got to get past next. Oh no. Oh no. Who is trying to throw hands? Holy shit. They're going to the pit already? Oh, there's still 3 laps to go. Alright, well, a lot of cars just went to pit road. Very aggressive maneuvers pit road that finds us in the 3rd position now. But we find ourselves in the 3rd position. With Almirola here in front of me. Now, if I was Austin Dillon, I'd wreck him in the last lap to win. But I'm not, so I'm not going to. And is that Blaney in front of us?
Hold your line.
These guys got to be heading to the pits. I'd assume that they would.
Bring her in and all gas.
It is Blaney. So we're going to stay out 1 more lap. We will pit on lap 10 so we can go the final 4 laps of the race on fuel. We don't need tires, of course, as you know. It's a very risky move considering I thought he was going to go to the pit. Alright, so all these cars are coming out of the pits here. We're carrying a lot of momentum. We should be able to get past them all. There's Boyer again. We did lap him. Keselowski. We got by. Who's up here? Looks like Newman. It's Hamlin and Larson. This is our lap to pit, of course, as you know. So we have lapped a solid chunk of cars, which is very, very good to see. I like that. You come down here.
All clear, driver.
Start slamming on the brakes.
Hey, you gotta slow down.
55, 55, 55. Alright. No tires, no repair. We can actually just do 1 can because we don't really need that much. We only need to make 4 laps. So we'll do 1 can of fuel. We should be able to get out very, very fast here. Now, I've said in NASCAR games, the pit stop length is not very realistic. But now with the changes in 2018 to the pit stop procedure, they actually are about the same speed. So Harvick is the next car that can pass us, because Blaney's also in the pits. So how close? Oh, now Busch is here. So how close Busch and Harvick get to us will be found out. We've got to get if we get to 190 here by the end of this. I mean, it's going to be a battle. They pit 2 laps before us, so we're getting up to speed now. So it should balance out about 2 seconds behind. I don't know if they're drafting together though, so they might be able to go a little bit faster. Because solo by yourself, you can go about 190 around here. If you're in the draft, your car will push up to about 200. So I'm pushing 193 there. 3 laps to go, they're still coming. I should have pushed 197 in that corner. The question is, will Harvick and Busch be able to catch me? It's down to a second now. Of course, the second track we're going to is at Atlanta, which is one of my favorite tracks to race. I love Atlanta. It's very, very exciting. I like Atlanta racing too, actually. I was very excited when Kevin Harvick won Atlanta earlier in the season. And now we have Harvick and Busch making a run here. They're still closing in. If you guys don't know, William Byron is my second favorite driver. So, if you weren't aware, Kevin Harvick's my favorite, William Byron's my second favorite driver. So, Harvick now is 0.6 seconds behind. You see him in the mirror. He's getting pretty close. So is Busch there. Kyle Busch. They're closing. They are closing. Oh boy. 0.3 of a second. 0.3 of a second. That's all that separates now. 0.2 of a second. The question is, can he get around us? He's at our bumper. 0.1 of a second behind. He is there. Final lap at Daytona. Can we start the season off with a win, or will Kevin Harvick be able to get by us in the last couple of seconds here? As long as we keep the car on the bottom, it's going to be very, very hard for him to make a pass. You got to be kidding me. You actually got to be kidding me. Oh my god. This is the one thing they got to fix in this game. Because it's been a great run to the finish. That's been really fun. Is the overtime line how it works. In real NASCAR racing, this would have been the end of the race. Next, we do a restart. Martin Truex, Austin Dillon, Eric Almirola, Bubba Wallace are your top 5, along with myself. 2 to go here at Daytona. I can make it on fuel here, so we should be fine. It's just, will a car come up and try to pass me and challenge for the lead? Here comes Dillon, watch out. Block his run. Why is this so much like the actual Daytona 500? With the cars that are behind me. What? It's Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace. I think AJ Allmendinger was up there. I don't know. Alright. We can make it one more lap because we're going to run out right around there, so we'll be able to, of course, carry that speed to the finish line because you got a little bit of fuel pickup. So here we go, the final lap around Daytona, this time for real. Will we be able to secure the first race of the season, secure that win,
Bring her in and all gas.
or not? Wait, we ran out here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No.
Top 5, dead now.
I thought I ran out. Oh my god. Damn it. Alright.
Well,
Here
let's
we
go
go
to
to Atlanta. Atlanta. I accidentally clicked through qualifying. It's okay though. We'll start way to the front. So what I found was very, very odd was how realistic the finishing order of the top two cars was to the Daytona 500 from this year. Austin Dillon won the race.
Still there.
Bubba Wallace finished second after making a pass at the very last second. Did Dillon win?
Clear out low.
It's just crazy. Or a crash happened that caused him to win.
Clear all around.
For real, he crashed Almirola, and
Clear up top.
he probably won't win again this season, both in the game and for real. And I crashed there because I ran out of fuel.
Outside, still there.
Honestly, I thought I ran out like coming off of 4, because that's when the spotter said, "Hey, fuel." I'm like, okay, I can make it.
Keep it right
Not
there. Keep it
knowing
right there.
that I actually ran out of fuel
All clear, all clear.
on the back straight, and I knew then I was over and I wasn't gonna win the race.
Yellow
I
flag,
tried,
yellow
but
flag. Easy, easy.
I kind of thought, well, there goes that, because if you run out that far, you can't go half the
Almost
track
ready.
there. So big that you can't. But Daytona, you could not make it. Going to overtime.
Oh,
Due to the fact that I predicted and it took it into overtime. The game, of course, having these slightly different rules messed that up too.
inside, he's on your bumper.
But okay, Kurt Busch. Okay, no,
Outside,
that's
real
cool.
tight.
So we did fall back a little bit there. Slight contact with Busch did affect that run, but it's okay. What is our tires looking at? I know they wear out pretty fast at Atlanta,
Clear, clear.
so it's a concern. But we'll see what we got here. Okay, you're gonna throw a block, Newman? No, can you not Busch? Like try to crash me again, Brett? You're pretty heat.
Clear high.
So next episode we take on Las Vegas
Clear all around.
and ISM.
Inside, he's on your bumper.
Okay.
Clear, clear.
Very, very interesting. So we've got ourselves up now to the 8th position. And we probably would have been here before, but we got hit in the grass and slowed down a little bit.
All clear, driver.
I mean, we have enough time. It's not like we're way far behind, you know what I mean? It's like we're like in a concerning position. And so here we go. We're
Clear
gonna
low, get down there.
bump Logano a little bit there. He knows I'm here now. Blaney's next. Who's leading this race? Who is actually leading here? I don't know. I can't really tell what car that
Just
is.
looking left, that's your best. Clear low, get that low.
Whoever that is just crashed. Jimmy Johnson? That seems pretty realistic to Jimmy Johnson's season, so. I mean, I'm not really surprised. Alright, Kyle Larson and Martin Truex are next. I forgot that Jimmy Johnson is a gray car this season because he always has a blue car. His lows is always blue. But his lows for pros this year.
Stay on the bottom. Hold steady wheel. Clear
Okay, so
low.
here we go, Martin Truex coming up to the Bass Pro Shop 5-Hour Energy car because he's got both sponsors this year. Because 5-Hour Energy could either sponsor They can only sponsor his teams. They can only sponsor furniture release. So they can sponsor Martin Truex' car or leave the sport. The reason for that is because 5-Hour Energy is a competitor to Monster Energy. Very similar but different to the sponsorship with AT&T, but Sprint was the sponsor. AT&T actually was forced to leave the sport because Sprint didn't want them in it. Which is, it feels bad because it's a sponsor, they're a pretty big company. So, it sucks that Sprint had to do that, but Verizon's better anyways.
Okay, that's the halfway mark.
Alright, so we have 11 to go here. So we have reached, again, you heard as far as halfway. 4 laps on fuel. We will need a 4-tire change here. So we'll try to go to a little bit further into the race before we go pit. Just because that's a smarter decision to make. So that we don't have old tires if we have to do some racing in the end. This is a track that is one of my favorite ones to race, but we have not had the most success here in the game. I do pretty good, but typically it's finishing second. Very similar to Kevin Harvick before this season. He did really, really well in Atlanta, but just couldn't get that win there. Till this year. Of course, he won there back in 2001, but it had been a minute. Kind of like here, we haven't won since like season 2. Season 1. I don't even know what season 1 is. Honestly, no clue. I do not remember what season we won. Well, there you go. 4 tires and fuel. Most of the field, though, did not take 4 tires. They took probably either 2 or none.
Ready. Race is going green. Oh.
Alright, so let's see.
Hold your line.
See what we got. We have not much time to get through this field, actually.
Hold your line.
So let's see what we got.
All clear, driver.
Who are we gonna pass?
5 more
5 more
times. Finish strong.
times. 5 more times. We can get back to the front here. I think we should be able to do that. Yikes. Alex Bowman, we're gonna get by him. Austin Dillon. You're next, bruh.
Stay on the bottom. Still a car out there.
Keselowski, Logano, Harvick, Newman. Why is Ryan Newman doing well? It's like
Clear quick.
sentence number 7 is Ryan Newman and doing well? Like, dude's trash. Draft up on Larson. Cut to the bottom here.
Hold your
I don't
line.
really mind that I hit into Kurt Busch. He's been trying to wreck me all race, so.
Hold your line.
Get him out of my way. Get him loose. He's going to really, really hurt his momentum. Now Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, and Martin Truex are the next cars that we have to
Go
pass.
high, go high. Easy.
I gotta go to the outside here of Blaney. There's no other option.
Inside.
Let off their turn. Oh my god, I'm so far behind Truex.
Stay high. Easy. Clear all around.
Come on. We can catch it. We got this. Come on. Come here, boy. We're not really letting off in the corner this time. We're doing it next to Blaney last lap by. Here we go. Can we chase down Truex? one lap to see if we can. Oh boy. See if we can do it. We got one turn to make a pass on him. Inside. Here we go.
Clear low, stay low. Easy.
Tricks hit up out the track.
Stay low, stay low. Hold steady.
He's not going to come back here.
Fantastic job out there. Great win.
Yes. Whew. What a chase down. What a chase down of him. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next